too, they don't get too happy, they don't get too sad. They're not like emotional roller coasters. So I think that reflects in the British culture. Some people, call it sort of this even keel, we call it, where there's a sense where British people, when things go well, they always think, well, they think that bad things could happen. When things go badly, they always say, well, it could be worse. Mm-hmm. So there's kind of a steadiness, we could call it, about British society.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they don't have a constitution, so the legal system provides the basis. They've got, a couple of, about 1,000 years of history, and I think that brings a certain settling in, if there's a prime minister or we call them prime ministers, who comes, who's, not very popular, they know that there's going to be another prime minister coming in a few years. And so I think there's a sense where we're not, I think in America there's a sense where we're this kind of democratic experiment, which could fail at any time if we get the wrong leaders. And I think there's a sense, at least this is just my personal opinion, I could be off on this, but there's a sense where British people, they think, well, we've been here 1,000 years, we're not really going anywhere. So, there's a calm, it's just a little calmer, if that makes sense. Like, for example, in the US, the news media outlets, every move of the president is questioned, and some applauded, and some outcry about it. So isn't that kind of like this stress of, oh wow, is America going to survive? Everybody in Britain knows that Britain's going to survive because we've been around for 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just my feeling.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's so good. And then the final question before I let you go here is, what does the term global citizen mean to you?
Yeah. So global citizen means that that a citizen of a country isn't just a citizen of either America or England, but that citizen is part of a global society where, in particularly the last 30 to 50 years, we've seen this globalization, and it isn't just a trade, but it's also, I like the word commerce better, because we've seen the globalization of manufacturing industries, service industries, financial industries. We've seen this sort of globalization where I can buy a car that's made in America, but all the parts are made in Mexico or made in Taiwan or China or whatever. So there's a sense where everybody's part of a global citizenship, which means that we need to be responsible for the environment. We need to be responsible for the economy, how we spend, how we waste money. Just a lot of different ways that we can think about. And I think also too, it also is not just what we do as consumers, but also with the idea of social responsibility. So we have responsibility to stand up for citizens' rights in Hong Kong. As the Chinese government incarcerates people who are pro-democracy. So I think global citizenship also has a sense of social responsibility where we decide, I'm not going to buy products from this certain chain of stores because I don't agree morally with that stance. So there's a sense where we can work together globally to bring change.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Steve, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day just to answer these questions. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Sounds good. Well, I hope you have a good rest of the day, and I will talk to you later.
Okay, thanks, AJ.